number 2. Then number 2, the next thing that you do, it's a midpoint. You want the middle, halfway the line, the middle of that line. I don't know whether it could be here. Normally they love to call it big, they call it M. So which means this side equals to that. Then you are looking for the X value of the midpoint. Personally, I write X and I put a little m. I know it's X and I write Y small m. Why am I doing that? I write this is X in the middle, Y in the middle. It helps me not to make mistake. For me, that is for me. Okay, good. So the formula says to get the X in the middle, you're gonna take, that is the midpoint of AB. I need to take X1, I must add it with X2, and then I just divide by 2. Divide by 2. And then to get the Y in the middle, all I need to do is to take 1, add the Y values, Y1 plus Y2, then I divide by 2. Remember, this one you get is to get a point. Sometimes you might find by Kenya harap bracket like this, but keep point like this, meaning monarchy X, monarchy Y. Well, you don't need to do that, just look crazy. There we go. Now, let's get the X in the middle. You can see X1 ki 2, X2 ki 6. So, which means X in the middle, it's given by 2 plus the 6, and then all over the 2. If you do your mathematics, I think you can tell the answer kivo. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. Then the Y in the middle equals to the Y ki minus 80 is 12. So I can put minus 8. Then I add it with the 12. Then I can divide that by the 2. By the 2. Then I need to see what is that one. I think 2 is right. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I get 4 over the 2, which is 2. Then I can tell them the M, the coordinates are M. X is 4, Y is 2. I can say it's 4, semicolon, and 2. So let me go there, let me write them in yellow. So that means monarchy 4, semicolon, monarchy 2. You got it, ne? Hello?
Yeah.
Good. Now, the reverse.
Yes.
The reverse, Yayona. It might happen they don't give you that minus 8 yako Y. Fiona. And then they don't give you the X more, that one, all in 6. But the midpoint are given. You see? So what was the forward way? Yeah. So you do the same thing as you've got here, that formula. Watch what I'm going to do. Let's start with X in the middle. X in the middle, give 4 hacker. That means I'll put a 4 here. I'll put a 4 here. That means here it will be, I'll be having 4. Then when I write X1 waka oh, I mean X1 wamo 6, X2. This one I'm calling it X1, which means kenali 2, but most 6 I can 6. I can see the X. Maybe you can just call it X. You can call it X2 or any letter. Sometimes they can put a letter. They can say this is small letter A. They can say it's P. They can call it K, whatever they want to call it. Let's say I call it small letter A. That means you are going to put small letter A more. Then that means these 2 must come and multiply 4 kappa. Do you see that? Then I've got 8 equals to 2 plus A. Is it making sense to you?
Yes.
Then I bring 2 kappa. What is 8 minus 2?
It's 6.
You see the number which was there. They can do the
Yeah.
same thing with the y, with the y1. All right, so let me remove that 6. They can do the same thing because we know okay, we already know kiki 8, but let's pretend we don't know it. Let's say it was called r. You needed to find it. So the midpoint you'll be knowing it is 2. So you'll be having 2. Mona, it will be r. It will be r plus 2. But the 2 at the bottom must times that 2, 4. So this is gone. So not probably 4 equals to r plus the 12. Then the 12, it's a minus. Then you are having 4 minus the 12. You are able to get the point, k minus 8. Can you see that?
Yes.
So what I'm telling you, the rule, you must work with it. You must know how to work with it both way, back and forth. So I introduce the midpoint. I also introduce the what you call the distance formula. Now, okay, I'll talk about that later. I want to talk about bisector, whatever, but I'll handle that later. The words I'll deal with them later.